Hey, it's Cooper here with an episode of Building Your Business for Free. Now, in our other classes, we've put together our group that we're going to email. We've put together our press release information, and we've done the outline. And for all those that we've sent out email to you, your outline for your press release. Now we're going to put all that information into place, and we're going to start out with your social media. Let's do your social media first. Okay, so let's take your social media, take your small sample of your press release that we provided for you, take that information and send it to your circle of influence with the tag of share with two of your friends. Now you have the information already put together that you're looking at, so take that information and send it out today and gauge what your response is. Next, take that information and take your part two of that and put your Google post together and post that on your social Google account. Then I'll put that all information and put it into your Instagram account. Remember the photo that you chose or the video that you chose that we made earlier to make your small sample of information. So as you do that, make sure that you ask your individuals to subscribe to the YouTube page that you have now created and tell them to hit the bell for more comments and subscribe to your YouTube so that therefore you're now telling them to what you want them to do in order to track your business. Because as you tell them and you become their information source, what you're going to do is you're going to not only expose your business, you're going to become their personal expert. Now, if you look at going through Facebook or you go through YouTube, you're going to find countless hundreds of individuals that do business like yours, oftentimes. So what you want to do is sometimes sit back and look at their information and build your information. Don't copy theirs because your niche and where you live is going to be different than the niche and where they live. So build your business around your personal network. Now, with the social distancing situation and that kind of thing and the decreased crowds that you're going to find that aren't going to do the pinup board, now use your Facebook page as those type of boards. Okay? You go out to take a search of activities that are going on. Reach out to those groups and ask them. So ask those group leaders, can I expose what I do to your group? It's a simple email. It's a simple request. I have a clothing company. Can I send my information to your group? I have a dog training company. Can I send my information to your group? I have a funding company. I have an education on wealth situation. All those entities will allow you to bridge the gap, become the expert in their group, which grows your referral source. So now you're driving people back to your Facebook page. You're driving people back to your Google business page. And it's all about networking. So as you expose yourself, and as many of you have reached out and gotten the book, as you expose yourself, you're going to create that existence. Once you've created that existence, now you might put together an outline of a class that you might host, or you invite a person such as ourselves and Big D's Services, and have us do a presentation of a class that you might need. We have available canine first aid. We have available anatomy and just different odds and ends of business opportunity seminars that we provide for people that you can bring in a group of people that are of your social network and teach them different things. Maybe you host a wine selection class, or maybe you host a crochet class, or something that's of your interest that may not be of your business, to draw people in, have fun, and be able to network to different groups in reference to what you have. So now, taking back to what we've been putting together, make sure that you email those out to your social group. Now, there's several different times of touching that you're going to do. If you don't have the financial ability to send out a mail piece, so they have a tangible piece to grab, use that information and send out an email. So you take your postcard that we've created, or your flyer that you created, and you send it out in an email. Now, one suggestion we've found over the years when you're developing or you're sending out mass emails to yourself, do not send it as an attachment and do not send it as a link. If you send it as an attachment or as a link, oftentimes it gets put into a person's spam mail. If you just send it out as part of your email, or you just put it as the internal part of the email, not as an attachment, not as a link, and oftentimes not as photos. So you're going to have to be more generic in the emails that you send out. But the benefit is ask them to respond back to you via email so that you can get a correspondence. One of the statements are, would you like more information? Email us back, or request to be put on our newsletter. Yep, you're going to get a whole lot of no's, and you're going to get a whole lot of people that may not be interested in it, but that's okay, because like Tom Hopkins used to say, thanks for the single when you get 25, meaning you'd have to go through 25 people in order to get one person to give you the single, the dollar or bill or whatever you're trying to sell. So, or whatever the case may be, thanks for the 25, maybe it was a $25 that you were getting after you talked to 25 people. So you look at, it's a numbers game. All the marketing that you're doing, all the YouTubing that you're doing, all the Google presentation and posts that you're doing is all a numbers game. And so the more numbers that you get, the more subscribers that you get. The more subscribers that you get, the more access to being able to do business with them. But when you're thinking about Facebook, think about exposure. When you're thinking about Google, think about exposure. When you're thinking about Instagram, you're thinking about exposure. You're thinking about walking down to the county fair and sticking flyers into the windshields. This is what you're doing. A lot of those flyers are going to end up on the ground, but then all of a sudden you have that one individual that takes that flyer and goes, oh, I could so much use their business. Oh, I have a friend that could use this. So think about, don't get discouraged on the no's that you're getting. Don't get discouraged on that because you sent something out, you didn't get a quick return to your investment, or that you didn't get all of a sudden get a following, or all of a sudden didn't get a bunch of likes. Think about it as you're doing that information, you're getting it out there, you're handing out the business cards. And back in the day when we used to do real estate, we used to try to hand out 100 business cards a week. And when you stopped handing out the business card, the phone stopped ringing. So one of those types of things, if you're not doing your Facebook post, if you're not doing your Google post, you're not doing your Instagram post, your phone's not going to be ringing, especially in today's society. Those are what people look at for their business card. They pick up their phone and they look for notifications. So you want to be on their list of notifications. All right, so that's what we're going to cover for this week. You're starting your initiation and sending out your original flyer or business card, as just to give it a summation of a name, out to your circle of influence, your Facebook page, your Google page, your Instagram, and your YouTube presence. We'll see you guys in the next class.